Now for our feature story of the day, Jack Dorsey, the former Twitter CEO, is predicting Bitcoin smashing $230,000 by the year 2030. Let's break it down and shout out to Jack. The Twitter co-founder says the price of the bitties could reach the price of at least $1 million by the year 2030, adding that its value could grow even further from that point onward. Speaking at a recent interview with Mike Solana on Pirate Wires, Dorsey offered a bullish outlook for the long-term price action of Bitcoin, as well as providing further context behind his abrupt departure from the board of Blue Sky, which is a decentralized Twitter alternative he helped launch in 2019. Interesting. I've never even heard of Blue Sky. What about you guys in the chat? Let me know. Dorsey told Solana. I'm like, what? I know he's a maxi. Why is he selling Solana? My correction, he told Solana, the interviewer, he believes Bitcoin's price could reach at least $1 million by 2030, adding that it most likely hits that number and goes way beyond. Dorsey, now the head of financial services firm Block, noted Bitcoin's price isn't actually the most interesting aspect of Bitcoin, and instead pointed to the collaborative nature of the ecosystem and the way it incentivized collective efforts to enhance the network. Quoting him here, the most amazing thing about Bitcoin, apart from the founding story, is anyone who works on it or gets paid in it or buys it for themselves. Everyone who puts any effort in to make it better is making the entire ecosystem better, which makes the price go up. It's a fascinating ecosystem and movement, more than anything else, he said, before adding, it taught me a lot. Dorsey raised eyebrows May 6th, when it was confirmed he would be departing the board of Blue Sky, a decentralized social network which he helped start as an alternative to Twitter. He said that Blue Sky was literally repeating all the mistakes made, adding that it is not a protocol that could be deemed truly decentralized. It's just another app. Dorsey originally envisioned Blue Sky as an open source protocol that Twitter and other platforms could build on top of, separating the protocol layer from the application layer to reduce the censorship risk. However, he said the firm started behaving more like a traditional company that began pushing for moderation tools. Quoting him here, everything we wanted around decentralization, everything we wanted in terms of an open source protocol, suddenly became a company with VCs and a board. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I intended to help create. That's right, because when it comes to the suits,
they not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
You know what I mean? Dorsey, who has since deleted his Blue Sky account, said the platform Nostr is anonymous. How many of you are using Nostr? Let me know, family. You can find crypto news alerts on it, just FYI. It's an open protocol with no company or centralized control, aligned with more of his goals of censorship resistance. In a note to shareholders May 2nd, Dorsey said his fintech firm Block will flip 10% of its gross profit from Bitcoin-related products back into buying more Bitcoin every month. On May 1st, it was reported, the U.S. federal prosecutors were probing Block after documents allege compliance violations at the firm's payments division, Square, and Cash App. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let me know your thoughts on Jack Dorsey and his prediction of Bitcoin smashing $1 million by 2030. We know Cathie Wood has been calling for $1 million at the top of the decade for a long time. In fact, she recently upped her bull scenario to 3.8 million, which we have covered here on the show by 2030. That's her bull scenario if the major institutions do a 5% allocation into the King Crypto, BTC. I see that can happen. The question, by when? Can it happen sooner than that? I think it's in the cards. I believe Bitcoin has no top as fiat has no bottom. I mean, a lot of bullish catalysts in the markets. Even though we're correcting, it's all good. This is normal. I've been telling you guys every day virtually, be prepared for extreme volatility and chop to the upside, to the downside. Every halving, pre-halving, post-halving, extreme volatility. That's what we're witnessing. But thus far, 60 is holding strong. I think 60 is the psychological support right now. 58 is the line in the sand. As long as we can maintain above 58,000, we should be good, right? And I think we bounce right back. And thus, we've been holding 60,000. The times we've dropped below 60, it's like very short-lived and it bounces like immediately back, like when we hit in the 59 level. So that seems to be the strong spring resistance in the market right now. Once Bitcoin 2X's from here, 120 G's. So for that, I got to sample this clip twice.
60 G's, baby!
60 plus 60.
60 G's, baby!
That gives us 120. Then what if we did it again? Another 60. Then you're at 180. And before you know it, 4x, you're at 240. Before you know it, 250,000 Bitcoin doubles into 500,000 Bitty. Before you know it, 500,000 Bitty doubles into $1 million per Bitski. And yes, a Bitty and a Bitski is the same. We just have different slang out here. So thank you, Melda. I think I just learned that term today too, a Bitski. So appreciate it. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on Bitcoin smashing 1 million. When can you see that happen? And even let me know when you can see 6 figures. Holla. I'm going to read your comments out loud. Peter, my ex-wife was extremely volatile. Nailed it. Her emotions? If silver was Bitcoin, I would be going through my kitchen. Damn straight. Liquidating that ish. That silver to buy the biddies.
60 G's, baby!
So now we can send it to 180. Now we got 3 of those babies in there.
Had the people on my back to get a song. Very broke, have a toke, we smoked them like a bomb.
Bingo. Shout out to the Rumble fam as well. We are streaming right now on the Tube and Rumble. Appreciate you guys. You know what? We just had a Bitcoin halving. Let's celebrate with the Oompas.
Oompa, loompa, doompa-dee-doo. I've got another halving for you. Oompa, loompa.
Oompity-doo.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
Doompa-dee-dee. Less mining rewards, more scarcity. What do you get when your printer goes brr?
What do we get when the printer goes brr?
Inflate supply like the Federal Reserve. Value go down like a lead balloon. Brr. What do you think will come?
What comes from that? Stacking another 1 million sats while it's cheap. Good for you, Chris. Almost 1,700 sats per dollar right now. Seize the moment. Thanks for the laughs. You're very welcome, Darth. Melda. Appreciate you, Siski. Good to see you. Yeah, work sucks. Let's go, biddies. I could watch more. I think by the end of the year, we'll see the big bump. 1 million by 2029, 6 figures November this year. Bring it. Bring it. I love the predictions. Keep them coming. Thank you, Semph. There is no second best.
Of that, Satoshi's having none of it.
We call people who save in fiat currency. Great question. Let's ask Sailor.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
People that use.
What do we call these folks? You know those fiat savers, those no coiners, those anti-Bitcoin folks. What do we call them?
Fiat currency as a store of value.
You've heard of the melting ice cube, right?
We call them poor. We call them poor. People that use fiat currency, we call them